Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Everlasting Summer. Right now we are on the we are on the Lena route. And we are joined by Miku. And we are going to ask her where Lena is. Because I guess Lena is missing. I don't know. Anyway, let's get right to it. I have my little cheat sheet here. I think I have only one choice to make. And by God, I'm gonna make it right. So, without further ado, let's begin. Hi, do you know where Lena is? No, I haven't seen her today. You're looking for her, right? Don't you think it's strange? By the time I had started suspecting everybody of hiding information about Lena's location, or conspiracy, or involvement in me being here, of Kennedy's assassination, and of hundreds of other terrible things. Well, you know, maybe I thought she went somewhere and then I just got lost in doing things. What? Breakfast, music club, helping to clean, and then lunch, and then... Okay, I see. And what about yesterday? Was everything normal? Well, she came late and immediately went to bed. I didn't even notice anything wrong. No chance of finding out anything here either. Thanks. I said abruptly and left. At that moment, it seemed to me that the missing Lena was the only living person in this pack of talking dummies, and I had to find her. However, it seemed almost impossible to do this alone, and I needed help. Who would be most willing to help me? Of course, Slavia! I decided that at this time she would be engaging in cleaning something. For example, the square. So I went there. Heyo! My sixth sense did not let me down. Hi! Hey, have you seen Lena? No, why are you asking? Nobody's seen her since this morning. She was absent during breakfast as well as during lunch. Strange. I also think this is, to put it mildly, strange. Can you help me find her? No. Oh, sorry. Maybe later. I've got cleaning here to finish. It was like a lightning strike. I took a few awkward steps back and ran away from this place. Yeah, this is a little suspicious, guys. No, that was not her. It was as if somebody had replaced her. Not only her, but also the other inhabitants of this camp. What is happening? The strangest thing is that it doesn't have anything to do with me, but with Lena. Hey, Girl Wolf. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? I hope you are well. Maybe she came here the same way I did. Welcome to Everlasting Summer, by the way. Have you seen this game before? Exactly. That could be the reason why she behaves quietly most of the time. No, wait. But what about her knowing Alyssa? No, something does not add up. My head was going to explode, and I started to choke. After catching the breath, just got up and saw me streaming, so you joined. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I thought to stream today, just to get another chapter of the story out of the way. After catching the breath, I looked around and found myself at the bus stop. I sat on the curb and covered my face with hands. Wow, the translation is getting a little strange. If before nothing had really been up to me, but was going relatively smoothly, then now I was, as always, helpless. But the situation was totally different. Watching the battle fought from the side with no threat to your life, and being on the hotspot without being able to help the ones you care about are two different things. Hey, Ty. Yeah, this is early. Normally I'm not streaming at all today, but I have time today. I have a little bit of time for once. So I thought, you know what? Let's do a stream. Why not, right? Anyway, good to see you today. I was just sitting. Time passed and the sun began to fall. Probably dinner had already started, although what's the difference? I still don't want to eat. I stood up and trudged back to the camp on rubber legs. As always, the only thing left is to wait. I decided to go to the beach. While everybody was at dinner, I could sit quietly and think there. Though, what could I think about? Enough, maybe? However, my expectations were ruined. On the beach I met Xenia, which greatly surprised me. You also came here? She looked at me from behind her glasses. Do you think I'm not a human being? No, I don't mean that. Then what do you mean? Nothing. By the way, have you seen Lena? Nope. I see. What do you want from her? Well, nobody's seen her since yesterday evening. Do you think that somebody could get lost in this camp? She laughed loudly. Sure, it succeeded. That was a special case. Those guys are 2 peas in a pod, and you never know what to expect from them. I immediately remembered the morning incident. Tell me, why were you chasing Electronic this morning? Xenia got uncomfortable. It's none of your business. Just asking. Because he is a fool. She turned away after those words. Maybe you shouldn't be so strict toward him. Even to me, it wasn't clear whether I'm defending Electronic or just keeping the Woo! Thank you for the host. Grow off. Thank you so much. Keep conversation going. Then how else should I treat him? Well, give him a chance. Well, you know, such an act requires lots of courage. I hosting you, you hosting me. Thank you for hosting me. It is good feelings. You say it as if it is something special, some kind of achievement. Would you be able to do that yourself? I thought and answered after a while. I don't know. Haven't had the right moment yet. I hope you'll have it soon. Hey, Pia Mikaru. What am I doing streaming Saturday morning? I have some time on my hands. I actually have some time to stream. So help me, I'm gonna do it. Also, welcome, Pia Mikaru. How's life? How are you doing? Xenia said rudely and walked toward the canteen. When you stream, how do you raid people? You have to type /raid or something. And I think you have to be streaming at the same time. I don't know how it works. I sat down on the sand and thought. True that, Electronic was able to say it, but can I do the same thing? That is the question. A big question. Have I got the right moment? But where, which, and when? It's always easier to think about something ephemeral. To get ready for dozens of possible situations. To predict the following events for many steps ahead. For those who are new here who don't know this game, I am playing the Lena route, and Lena is missing, and I need to find her. And no one wants to look for her. You don't have time now? Aww. Alright, Pia Mikaru. I'll be playing Splatoon 2 tonight, so get ready for Salt. If you need to stream to do it, but raid, okay. I think that's how it's done, but most of the time it all goes differently. Even if a small event is enough to ruin all your plans, and if you're not ready to do it at any time, under any circumstances, if you are ready only when everything is exactly as you expected, it is unlikely you'd ever get anything worthwhile. Therefore, the only correct answer to Xenia's question was no. Not an ambiguous, uncertain, half-hearted, or forced answer. Just no. There is only a simple yes and a simple no. It's always been hard for me to understand that. Between these two extremes I always worked in a great number of different answers, like maybe, perhaps, probably if, and not sure, but I will try. Is it rude to me to say that I don't care about the last couple of minutes of this guy's conversation? My character, Semyon. I was so absorbed with my thoughts that I did not notice how the darkness stole around across the camp. Under other circumstances, I would have gone to sleep now. But looking for Lena at night was not a good idea. I got up and slowly wandered aimlessly. Soon, the path led me to the sports ground. What did you miss? Hello, Kurosaru. You missed Lena being lost, and me spouting a bunch of random gobbledygook. So, nothing much. I stood there for a moment and was about to leave when I heard noises. Clap. Another clap. Like that. Something painfully familiar. I ran toward the volleyball court and saw Lena, who was unsuccessfully trying to hit the shuttlecock with the racket. I stood in shock for a long time. My head was completely empty. I just looked at her and felt a sense of joy. You have to make some homework? You have to make homework, Mia Mikaru? Or not him, Tai? You have to make some homework? Oh my gosh, kids have to make their own homework now? That's terrible. I'm joking. I'll see you later. Good luck. Good luck. Joy at finding her. Joy at seeing her again. Actually, yes, I was right. Oh my gosh. Design your own assignment. Well, hopefully you can cheese it and make it super easy. Finally, I came to my senses and decided to approach, but after a couple of steps I stopped. And what do I say now? Glad I found you? Where have you been? I was worried. After yesterday's conversation, it's very unlikely she wants to see me. Where is this world going? I don't know. I don't know where this world is going. You will get a grade for it. I gotcha. And what if Lena asked me why I was looking for her? Why was I worrying? I did not know why myself. Probably it's because she was absent for too long. Everything that is remotely easy will get an insufficient. Lame. That's dumb. Well, I wish you luck on your assignment, Tai. Good luck. You're gonna try and think of something. Good luck. Think of this purple-haired girl. There you go. Maybe it wasn't her, but some other person who I know I'd have been worried the same way. Maybe if I behaved differently yesterday, she would not have disappeared today. I'm not sure, but I'll try to come up with something adequate. I took another step and stopped again. Probably, maybe, perhaps, not sure. Again and again, these words appeared in my mind, in my life, unconsciously, without my will. But why? For what purpose? I have to make a decision, once and for all. Although, there are two simple words, yes and no. Finally, it's all clear. I went to the court, approached Lena, smiled, and said, Lena! I mean, hey. She turned and looked at me. Hi. You were absent all day. Yes, I was walking around. Everything she said was quiet and calm, with no trace of embarrassment or shyness, with no emotions at all. In fact, we worried about you. Though the only one who worried was me. You shouldn't have, but you can't just disappear like that. I tried to smile to make my words not sound like a reproach. I don't think that anybody cares about that. Kurosoro says Murloc. I don't know what Murloc means, but it probably means something very nice and nice. And nice and nice and nice. I care for one. Why? I read surprise in her eyes. Because it's not right. No matter how I try to be perfectly honest, it came out wrong. I see. Okay, I won't do this again. It seemed like this conversation was not interesting to her. Silence followed. I just didn't know what else to say, and Lena seemed to be quite content with the silence. Are you any good? I finally said, pointing at the racket. Not very. If you want, No, I don't. She walked to the bench and put down her racket and birdie. Okay. To tell the truth, I did not expect that response. Want to look at the stars together? Yes, of course. Aww, what a nice guys. I sat down beside her. Lena intently studied the sky. Lots of small lights shined above me. Some of them were brighter, some were barely visible. I never really understood what people see in just sitting back and looking at the stars. After all, here on Earth, they're just small dots of light, and it's unlikely that many people know what kind of celestial bodies they are, as well as their size and how far they are from us. Of course, it's so romantic to just enjoy the light of distant stars, but for me it was like staring at a brick wall. It also has its pathos, unevenness in the brickwork, patterns on the stone. A stellar sky in miniature. So what do you see there? Stars, she said mysteriously with her head up. Yes, I know, I see them too, but what's so special about them? I don't know. It seems that they talk to me. There are other people there. They have their own life, probably much better than ours. And they look too, and they too look at the night sky and see the earth, me and you. Voices of the distant stars. I had already heard that somewhere else. You can call it that. Interesting theory. No, the theory is quite common. Lena looked at me. In the dim moonlight, I noticed a small tear rolling down her cheek. Or at least I thought I did. I guess I'm just a more, let's say, practical person. She said nothing, just stared at the sky again. But if you think about it, of course, there's endless interstellar space. Millions of planets, hundreds of galaxies. It's fascinating. My voice sounded unnaturally excited. I know, Kurosawa. The feels are in this scene right now. You don't need to talk about all these things. About what? About this. About everything. No, the stars are really beautiful. Why did you come? Now she was crying for sure. I was looking for you. Why? I don't know why. I just was. You found me. Happy now? Well, I mumbled. Why didn't you go to Alyssa? What does she have to do with it? Are you trying to say that it's not about her? Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Why did you bring this topic up again? I thought we already cleared everything up. Of course we didn't clear anything up. To be precise, we didn't even start to. However, I don't understand why all this is necessary. You think I really want to talk about it myself? If you don't, then why? Because it's because of you. Because of me what? You and Alyssa. Me and Alyssa what? We don't have a relationship. We don't have anything at all. Don't lie to me. Lena turned away, sobbing quietly. Why is this so important to her? What else can I say if you don't believe me? Tell me the truth. I've already told you. Lena, I'm on your route, alright? Alyssa will be next, but it's all you. It's all you today. Then go to her. Why should I go to her? I don't want to go anywhere. Why are you sitting here and torturing me? Oh Lord, how am I torturing you? Lena didn't answer. I've been looking for you the entire day, because I was worried. I came here because you're here. I'm sitting here because I want to be here. Why don't you understand? She stopped crying for a moment. Is that true? Of course. I mean something to you? Even taking into account all the things I've just said, this question came at me unexpectedly. Well, yes. If only you could hear yourself now, she cried, got up and walked briskly toward the exit of the sports ground. Wait. I caught up with her and grabbed her arm, but she pulled out of my grip. Don't touch me! Now Lena was a totally different person, and I couldn't say that she was aggressive, assertive, or super strong-willed. She just had no doubts about what she was doing. Wait, what did I say? That's all true. Save all this nonsense for her. I tried to stop Lena once again, but she glared at me so strongly that I did not dare to argue. Well, that's an angry face. Just imagine how I feel. You make up a bunch of stupid things, and now you think that I'm guilty of all mortal sins. Why should you care? I should. She stopped for a moment, and looked at me. It's all lies! In my anger, I banged my forehead on an iron post. You can just beat yourself up here. I had seen Lena be many things, but not ruthless and indifferent. Wait, let's talk calmly. We have nothing to talk about. She crossed the football ground and I trailed behind, trying in vain to persuade her to listen to me. I don't know why I'm doing all this, to prove that I'm right? So I won't be misunderstood? So that I will look better in her eyes? Or is there some other reason? In any case, at that moment I just felt that it was necessary. I came to the square. Lena was pretty fast. I could barely keep up with her. I had to say something. My head was filled with different options, but nothing suitable. Wait! No answer. Listen! No answer. Will you stop it? No answer. We'll wake the whole camp. So what? What's the difference? Strange, but at that moment I was more worried about our behavior than Lena. She stopped. Thanks for accompanying me. I'll go alone now, Lena said bitterly. You haven't listened to me yet. To me, it seems like I've already listened, several times even. So what do you want from me? Me? From you? Nothing at all. She sounded much more different, confident than me. There was no trace of doubt in her eyes. What can I say? What can I do? Damn it! I was ready to burst into tears. Don't get so emotional. Nothing happened. Nothing happened? Something definitely happened. You won't lose anything if you pay no attention to me. Let me decide that. No, seriously, why? There are many pleasant activities you could choose to do. Well, to be honest, I don't need it anyway. Get ready, boys. For what? For fun times again? For action or whatever? If you don't need it, why do you constantly mention Alyssa? Lena's face changed. This is none of your business, get it? No, now it's my business. She looked at me as if she was ready to kill. Why are you bothering me? You have her, so go to her. She won't refuse you, I assure you. Lena started screaming, her hair disheveled, her face flushed, and her eyes bloodshot. Calm down, I won't go to her. Why would you even think so? Just see, I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere. She seemed to calm down a bit. What's going on here? I turned around and saw Alyssa lazily chewing a bun. Yeah, Alyssa, your timing is kinda rubbish at the moment. In the wrong place at the wrong time, this situation is a perfect example. I just froze in surprise, not knowing what to say. But Lena was smarter. Time to pass him on. Catch! Alyssa looked surprised. No wonder, she hadn't heard the entire conversation. What? I said catch. Within a moment, Lena became like she was before, calm and unruffled. What should I catch? Him? She pointed her fingers at me with disgust. He complains about how he loves you, how he cannot live without you, and stuff like that. What? Alyssa's eyes popped open wide. No, that's all wrong. Lena is just joking. I giggled nervously. Why, that's exactly what's happening. Listen, everything has its limits, I said quietly to her. Do you want there to be victims? Why, I already suggested that you should go to her. I don't know what you're talking about, but don't involve me. You don't know? Lena said it softly, but her voice had a trace of rage in it. The same thing again? Alyssa looked at her frightened. Listen, I understand that you, well, what, I don't know. Really, not a single word, not even a single thought about him, I swear. You don't know? Oh. Punch! Lena jumped at her, and before I realized, smashed Alyssa with a powerful right hook. Well, I'd understand a simple slap, but such a blow could break someone's jaw. Alice? What? Collapsed and seemed to lose consciousness. What should I do? Hang on. It says here to help Alyssa. So, that is what I will indeed do. Boop. What are you doing? I ran over to the fallen girl and tried to figure out if she was alive at all. Are you completely out of your mind? If you want me to leave, or to shut up, or to do anything else, fine. But this is turning into a complete madhouse. Maybe you need a straitjacket so nobody else will get injured. Damn new MMA star. Oh yeah. Lena's powerful. Lena's the new one. Lena stood, clenching her fist. You could even break your hand with such a blow. You don't understand anything. The tears welled up, flowing down her face as she fled from the square. It seemed to me that I could still hear Lena sobbing while I was bringing Alyssa around. Finally, she came back to consciousness. You alive? Are you okay? Alyssa moved her jaw from left to right. I'll live. I helped her up. Her nose was no longer bloody. Just like that. I told you about her. Well, that doesn't matter now. You have to get to the infirmary. It's too late for infirmary. I'll have a good night's rest, and in the morning I'll go there. Okay, then I'll go with you. I can't refuse, Alyssa said, trying to give me a smile. All the way we kept silent. She was probably not really able to talk, and I couldn't find the right words to say. All of this was a real shock for me. I found myself a mere spectator of a drama in which I just took on the main part. After the door closed behind Alyssa, I stood for a long time and looked at her cabin. What should I do after all this? Fatigue overcame me. I had to sleep. I think Lena is now in a state in which she is unlikely to adequately access reality. Completely broken, I fell down onto the bed and drifted to sleep. Good night. Day 7. Lena route. Somehow I woke up in my apartment. It didn't trigger any emotions at all. Yet another day of my life. That's all. I got out of bed and went up to the computer. A message window flashed on the taskbar. I sat down and stared at the monitor. Somebody wrote to me, and that means that somebody still needs me. The message contained only 2 words. Wake up. What do they want from me? Wake up. I'm waking up. I promise. An unknown ID? Is that spam? And what does it mean, wake up? I'm not sleeping anymore. The window still kept flashing. I tried to close it but failed. Instead, yet another one popped out. And another one. Another one, and all of them contained the same wake up. What the hell do you want from me? I screamed. Soon the whole screen was blazing with identical messages. Bleh. I couldn't bear anymore. Grabbed it and smashed it against the wall with all my strength. A phone rang. Strange, who could that be? I picked up the phone and heard just wake up. On the other end, thousands of voices, men, women, children, were screaming, wake up! I smashed the phone on the floor, but it didn't break and kept ringing. I'm trying to wake up, I'm trying. In a moment, the whole room was filled with strangers. They were grabbing my hands, peering into my eyes, and screaming, wake up! But I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna wake up. Nah. I jumped off my bed in a cold sweat. Huh? What a dream. I came to my senses in a couple of minutes and took a look at the clock. It's 5 p.m. How long have I slept? All the events of yesterday flew through my head. Searching for Lena, the devastating conversation, Alyssa defeated. I really have to talk to her. Maybe she cooled down overnight. Wait, it's 5 p.m. Doesn't that when the buses leave? Uh-oh. This is a problem, guys. I dressed up, went out of the cabin, hesitated a little while gathering my thoughts, and headed to Lena's cabin. What shall I say? How do I begin the conversation? I can't go with, hi, how are you? I was just passing by. There's no way I should lecture her straight off the bat. Not reaching a specific solution, I knocked. Yeah, this is day 7, isn't it? Nobody answered. I knocked again, then pulled on the doorknob. Hello? It's not locked. That's odd. However, there was nobody inside. Well, that means Lena's not here. I'll grab some food. I might find her in the canteen. Going along the rows of cabins, I didn't meet a single pioneer. That's odd, too. It's always crowded here at this time of day. Nobody was at the square, either. Coming up to the canteen, I started to get seriously concerned. It's time for dinner, but there's no sign of the hungry pioneer crowds. If only it was just that. The canteen was closed. Looks like something has happened during the day. I sat down on the porch and started to consider the situation. All the pioneers were gone, without any warning. Well, of course, it's hard to say that this camp, or my way of arriving here, is normal, but I hadn't encountered any completely inexplicable stuff during this week yet. There were lots of strange things, but maybe they're hiding in that bunker. I chuckled aloud. Well, all this is very, to put it mildly, mysterious. I was nowhere near experiencing a panic attack. No, it's just that they have left. I almost jumped out of my skin. Lena was standing next to me. You can't just sneak up on people like that. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Sorry, she said calmly. Now her words dawned on me. Left. Hold on a sec. What do you mean by just left? The session's over. And the camp leader? She had some business to take care of in the town, so she went with them. Okay, and what about you? I stayed. Lena was talking with complete calmness, as if everything that has happened is completely normal and routine. Why is that? What's the problem? When the session is over, the children depart from their homes, don't they? And when was it decided that today is the last day of the session? You won't believe this, but on the very first day. Moreover, Olga announced this at the lineup. Yeah, even at those lineups that I attended, The last thing that crossed my mind was listening to the camp leader's announcement. And why didn't anyone tell me anything? I've waited for a chance to get out of this damn camp for so long. When it finally appeared, I obviously slept through it. Well, that's exactly my style. I asked them not to. Even if you would ask not to, Olga... Hold on, what? I asked for it, said Lena with the same confidence. And what, you asked them to leave me behind too? Yes. And you don't think that's all a little... absolutely wrong? I started shouting. Nope, it's perfectly normal. I took a good look at Lena. Not a single emotion had crossed her face since the beginning of our talk. It looks like the girl that's standing right in front of me now is not the kind of girl that's afraid of crickets, blushes at every occasion, and reads romance novels. Okay, I got it. Looks like this situation is directly connected to my mystical arrival at this camp. Just who are you? Me? This morning I was Lena, she replied patiently. Oh yeah, and I'm Optimus Prime, born 9 million years ago in the Highlands of Scotland. I wasn't afraid of her or anything around myself that moment. I was just bursting with anger from within. Nice to meet you. I'm Lena. Okay, now let's get serious. I think that's what you're saying is frankly impossible. Today, as it turned out, is the last day. Somehow I don't know a thing about it, and the camp leader departs with everyone, leaving me behind just because you asked for it. Don't you find that all somewhat abnormal? Maybe I do. Are you hiding something? Maybe I am. Then spit out everything you've got. I told you already. I buried my face with my hands and took a deep breath. Okay, and what am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't know. And what are you going to do? I don't know. I'll go with the flow. Well, here's the flow, I hissed, abruptly spreading my hands. And what are you worrying? And why are you worrying so much? For the first time, a flicker of interest had appeared on her face. That feeling when you're the only one in the chat. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Kurosawa. I'm not a popular streamer yet, but someday there'll be thousands of people in my chat room. How do you expect me to feel? Glad? Well, not really, but you yourself wanted it. Me? You're mad. And you said yesterday that he cares and that he wants to be with me. What's that got to do with this? I pretended not to understand, but it was finally starting to dawn on me what she was driving at. Your wish was granted. Yeah, sure. Hey, look at that. Deus is here. I had a feeling someone else was here. How are you doing today, Deus? How's life? I mumbled under my breath. Well, here I am with you. That doesn't explain in any way what happened. There's always a couple of tricks that could help one succeed. And that is how... Yes. A smile crossed her face. Ahem. If I'd known that you're so cunning from the very beginning. To tell the truth, I kind of liked this whole situation. Well, not really liked, but I was curious. Of course, I'm very sorry that I couldn't have escaped with everyone else. However, I'm having a tete-a-tete with Lena now. Tete-a-tete. Feels bad, man, it's not life. That might mean that I'll get a chance to see the real her. And all the answers that I was longing for could be right here and not in some mysterious town, which everyone else had headed for. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We? She smiled. Yeah, we. We're the only ones staying here. The canteen's closed and I seriously doubt that there's any food left there anyway. Of course, Olga should return in the foreseeable future, but what does it matter? Okay, it does matter. Any suggestions? What do you want? She asked with a sly smile. I would have grabbed something to eat, and then I don't know. Well, let's go and have something. Where to? There should be some food left in my cabin. Okay, deal. We went in and Lena rummaged around in the desk drawer. Well, there are cookies. Want some? She handed me a half-open pack of biscuits. Aw, how cute. I sneered. Why? Biscuits, like in my childhood. I guess. She smiled and sat next to me. Well? I asked with my mouth full. What? So, what are we going to do? I don't know. She wistfully gazed out of the window. But what do you want? But really, what do I want? A mere half an hour ago, my only thoughts was to get away from this damn camp. But now, right here next to her, something seemed to change. Well, I don't know either. Think harder. She drew herself closer and gazed into my eyes. Well, my face was blushing and my mind was racing. Plus sex? Oh. Good thing I have the hentai not patch on, right? Not just because I was in such an extreme proximity to a girl that quite clearly wants something from me, but mainly because that girl was Lena. Well, she studied me closely. Lena, what? To say that she didn't look like herself was nothing. I was not afraid of this metamorphosis at all. Rather, I was afraid of myself. What could I do in such a situation? Didn't you want to be with me? She whispered into my ear seductively. I did. I do. Then what's the problem? It's all so... Besides, I have some other circumstances. What circumstances? She pulled away from me. Oh, she's angry. Well, various circumstances. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me get a drink. Semyon, well played. Deep breaths, guys. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Deep breaths, guys. You don't prefer... Do you? Lena laughed. Hell no, how could you think that? Looks like I blushed even harder. Then what's the problem? Are you sure that you want that? I tried hard to change the subject. After all, just a week ago I had my own normal life. A life where everything was strictly tied up and well organized, and where there was no place for girls. And now I'm in some kind of mysterious camp with Lena, sitting next to me, and hinting towards something. How should I behave in such a situation? Yes, she frowned. Of course I do. What's the problem? Well, I was behaving like I wasn't even 17, which was how I look now, as if I was much younger. Mine too, she smiled. I had to decide what to do next. Now, after the session was closed and all the pioneers were gone, I had to seek the answers. Above all, I just had to beware this girl that could change her behavior and even her character so easily at will. There was place only for boys. Yep, that was my past life. This is my present life now. But at that exact moment I was possessed by only one thought. Oh, what the hell? Well, if you don't mind. I closed my eyes. She said nothing, just smiled and moved even closer. Our lips locked in a long kiss. Boys next doors, yep. I forgot everything at that moment. I forgot about this weird camp, and I forgot about the local pioneers that were in fact gone. I forgot about our wacky camp leader. I forgot about my past life and about my future, if it would ever come. Right now, the only one who mattered was Lena. Her soft lips, her warmth that poured deep into my soul, burning me from the inside. You guys in chat are very funny right now. I gently moved her aside. Hold on, don't you think that this is way too fast? Why? She smiled and looked at me in such a way that I immediately felt ready to drown in her eyes. You're sure, aren't you? I am, I whispered quietly. At that exact moment, I truly loved Lena. I wanted to hold her tighter and never let go. And she felt the same, of course. Time flashed by way too fast, and we became as one. If you want to see that image, you'll have to download the patch. But as for this stream, nope. When I woke up, it was already dark outside. I got out of the bed, put on my trousers, oh my gosh, and had a stroll around the room. What was that? Just an animal instinct, or maybe it was something more. No, it's all wrong, completely wrong. I'm stuck in this camp. I've lost my chance to get out of here, and most of all, I'm with a girl who probably has a split personality and maniac depressive disorder. I looked at the sleeping Lena. Anyhow, she's marvelous. Everything that's happened between us literally only a couple of hours ago flashed before my eyes, and I felt shivers up my spine. Nah, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but if I could have returned back in time, I would have done exactly the same thing. I smiled widely and sat down next to her on the bed. I had absolutely no desire to wake Lena up. It was an unspeakable pleasure just watching how she sleeps. People say that the sleep reveals the true face of a person. I've heard a legend that some ancient civilization had a custom. Before getting married, a woman watches her fiancé sleeping for 3 nights. Really? And then she decided whether to marry him or not. Bearing that in mind, I can confidently say that Lena's face showed nothing but goodness, kindness, and childlike naivete. Could this really be the girl that knocked Alyssa out yesterday? Well, whatever it may be, everything's already happened. And I've already seen Lena like that. The humility for the first few days, the hysterics back there on the island, the rage at the square yesterday, her passion today. How can one single human cope with so many opposing personality traits? Might it be the case that she really has a double, triple, even quadruple split personality? I don't know how much time I spent just watching Lena sleeping. It might have been a couple of minutes or it might have been a couple of hours. Back. Finally she awakened. "Good morning!" Lena smiled tenderly. "Come here." She rose and hugged me. I didn't resist and plopped down on the bed. "You're so wonderful," she whispered in my ear, kissing my neck. "You too," but my voice hesitated. "Want to do it again?" she asked playfully. "Hold on." I moved her away gently. "You know, all this is anything but simple. When we just met, you seemed to be one person. You seemed to be another one, and today. Now I understand it. Now I can't understand at all who you really are. And yet again, what you did to Alyssa." "Her again?" Lena covered up with a blanket and turned away. "Didn't you like what we did? Want to do it with her, too? Now I won't hold you back. Come on, compare us. I'll leave you her address. You can tell me who is better, or we can have a threesome." She sounded like she wasn't talking about me or her. Like she was talking about complete strangers. "Oh, there you go again." Semyon, 20K IQ. "Are you saying he's smart?" I sighed. "Throughout today, you should have realized that the last person I would think about now would be Alyssa." "Oh, okay, you're right." She turned to me and smiled and hugged me tightly. "Hold on, I still have to understand. Why? I can't just simply... And yes, I do care. That's why I really need to know who you really are." "I am just me," she answered in the same languid voice. Sarcasm. That feeling when he thinks of Alyssa. Yep. Lena's not happy about that. I have to calm down somehow. I jumped to my feet and moved across to sit on the opposite bed. "Fine," Lena said disappointingly and started to get dressed. "I'm not asking for much, just a few answers to a few questions. Later, it's time to depart." She interrupted me impassively. "What? Where are we going?" "What do you mean where? Back to town, of course. But you told me..." "Well, I might have withheld something. In fact, I persuaded Olga that we still had some extremely urgent matters here, and will come later." "How would we get to town then?" "By bus, of course. There are no buses here." I grinned. "What do you mean no buses? Of course they are." "Of course they are. Route 410. I didn't know whether I should believe it or not. The situation seems to be going out of control. But I wouldn't argue. Okay," I managed cautiously. "Come on, get packed. Meet me at the square in 10 minutes. "Okay." I gave up asking and left the cabin. Frankly speaking, I had almost nothing to pack. I just tossed my winter clothes into a bag and headed to the square. Lena was already waiting for me there with the gym bag on her shoulder. "You don't seem to carry a lot of baggage." "It's just enough." She smiled. "Let me carry it." "Please do." Although her bag seemed almost weightless, a bit of chivalry never hurt anyone. We were walking, and Lena was constantly telling jokes, anecdotes, funny stories, and never stopped laughing. Now I'd really lost touch with the person next to me. Is she the one I met a week ago? Or the one I saw for the first time this morning? When we reached the bus stop, I took out my mobile phone and checked the time. Surprisingly, there was still some power left. It was almost 11 p.m. Isn't it a bit late for buses? "Oh, what is that?" asked Lena curiously. "Oh, just a toy. Take it as a gift. It's a gift." "Thank you." She smiled and took the phone. What can you play on it? You'll work it out yourself later. It's not that hard. Anyway, a mobile phone is totally useless here. We waited for about half an hour, and Lena just kept talking and talking. Well, I must admit that I found her stories amusing, and I felt comfortable with her. But what about the bus? So, excuse me. So what about... I didn't finish the sentence as I saw the glimmer of headlights in the distance. Ah, here it is, Lena explained enthusiastically. Hey, we're on the bus, guys. We did it. Victory. The bus was slowly carrying us away from the Savagnac pioneer camp. I just wanted to believe that we'd never go back. The darkness beyond the window prevented us from seeing the road, the woods, or the fields. Actually, it might be the case that they're all long gone, and we're flying through a void toward the unknown. Anyway, I couldn't care less for the surroundings. I just kept listening to Lena. Perhaps she had said more words today, and she had Oh, man. Perhaps she had said more words today that she had throughout her past life. What? You know, I interrupted her at last. I still don't understand. What exactly? She smiled. How come you could be so hesitant, so humble at first, unable to string two words together, and then, like this? Is it that important? Yes, for me it is. Well, she took a deep breath before answering. You see, I've always been the way you saw me the first time we met. I was like that in public. I wasn't able to live as I wanted since childhood. So I put on a mask. She went silent. Although, let's not go too deep into that. Lena laughed and cuddled my arm, pressing her body tightly against me. Okay, I get it. It was probably very hard for her to discuss it indeed. Anyway, I got a lot, even from such a short explanation. But still, can I be sure you won't turn into that one again? You won't retreat into your shell, won't surrender to your anger and rage? That depends on you. Lena smiled so slyly. It was just now that I realized that I'm playing a high-stakes game. On the one hand, I've spent a week in this obscure world just trying to find some answers. I have nothing to my name and nowhere to return to. Damn it. On the other hand, there's this girl who obviously matters so much to me. I almost didn't think about whether I had any feelings for Lena. I just wanted to be by her side, look at her, listen to her voice. I liked her the way she was. I assured myself that this is it. The real Lena is in front of me. And now, when these thoughts come back about my past life, my mysterious appearance in an 80s pioneer camp, it's just not the same. It's just not the time for such thoughts. I feel good right now being close to her. I don't want to return anywhere. I don't want any answers. I don't want to think about what's going to happen tomorrow. If it's up to me, then I just want to believe that you'll always be the way you are now, for this is the way I love you. Then I'll keep being this way as long as we're together. She hugged me even tighter. Aww. I don't know how long we'd been on the road, but Lena's chatter gradually started to quiet down. She put her head in my shoulder, but was still telling me a story about her cat getting into the sleeping medicine, getting dizzy and wreaking havoc. I slowly started to doze off myself, but still, why did you hit Alyssa? She looked at me closely, with a serious expression on her face. I always hated that bitch. Lena laughed loudly and nuzzled into my shoulder. Okay. Well, there you have it. I desperately tried not to fall asleep. It's unknown what's awaiting there, after the bus's next turn. This phrase hurts your feelings every time. What, the thing that Lena just said? That's crazy. Be nice, Lena. After the bus's next turn, it might be a new life waiting for me. Or it might be the end of this fairy tale, and I'll be buried in the coffin of this peeling walls and ceiling of my old apartment. But it was a losing battle. Morpheus had summoned legions of monsters under the command of fatigue, exhaustion, desolation, and uncertainty. I had no chances to win the battle against these 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and I drifted off to sleep. Good night. stay ... Oh boy. Wake up! Consciousness slowly returned to me. It's like I'm falling from a cliff so high that clouds are drifting nearby. The ground is coming closer, but I'm not afraid that I'll die. My fall slows down and my body is smoothly immersed into the warm ether. Oh, Lena's here. I open my eyes. You'll sleep through your whole life like that. Lena looked at me seriously. What? We're there already? Where's there? I looked around. A bench, the square, Genda? But how? I was on the bus going to the district center. Wake up, Semyon. Yeah. Why are you looking at me as if you've seen a ghost? But why am I still here? For a second I felt terrible fear. Will I never get out of this place? We were on the bus, together. On the bus? Yesterday. Yesterday? Yes, yesterday, don't you remember? Lena started thinking. Yesterday? I don't remember anything like that. Maybe you just had a bad dream. Considering that all this happened already seems like a hallucination. This must be a dream within a dream then. Well, let's take it slowly. I try to think logically. The session ended yesterday. All pioneers left, but we stayed. And that's when we took a bus and headed to the district center. Lena surely looked perplexed. Are you kidding me? I am not kidding anyone. Today is the last day. Wait, so how much time have I spent here? Lena started to count off on her fingers. Looks like 7 days. Not 8? It's 7. Definitely 7. I gave an exhausted sigh and covered my face with my hands. Well, that's another riddle in this long list of camp's mysteries. Well, okay. Though I have a feeling that we won't manage to leave today either. Why? 6 cents. You're acting a bit strange today. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay. I suppose I have my reasons. Want to tell me? I gazed at her attentively. I do. Sure, why not? When I had a real chance to break free from this camp, everything failed. So what do I have to lose now? Now where do I start? Start from the beginning. Yes, of course. Well, I was born, I studied, married, okay, I haven't gotten married yet. You still have time, yes, but, well, in a few words, like, I'm not from this world. From the looks she gave me, it was clear she didn't understand me at all. I came here accidentally, even I don't know how. So what does your world look like? Lena asked seriously. It's virtually the same, but 20 years ahead of your world. Do you already have space flight? Well, if it comes to that, you have it as well. However, we haven't made any great achievements in that field yet. Sounds interesting. I was unable to tell if Lena was taking me seriously or was just pretending to do so. I used to live in a completely different place as well, far away to the north, judging from the landscape in a big city. I've never been to the big cities. Maybe that's for the best. Will you show me your house? It seemed like she was taking this conversation as seriously as I was. Well, I'm not even sure it exists in this world. Oh, come on, Lena pouted. Well, sure I will. So, how will you get there? One evening I took a bus, Route 410, and woke up here. I don't know anything more than that. The 410 route, that's the one that stops just outside the camp. Yes, but my 410 travels in another place and time. Are you planning to return? Lena said, and I noticed a note of unhappiness in her voice. I have no idea how to. And if you knew, you're asking tough questions. What's wrong? Nothing, but, you see, I only just recently started to adjust to being here. The first hours in this camp were such a shock for me that I don't know. It's okay, you still have time to think about it. Time to think? It seems that even if Lena believed me, she considers this whole situation just a typical inconvenience and nothing more. Anyway, it's not up to me. Possibly even if I do want to stay. You see, the one who brought me here can take me back as well. I believe that any event in a person's life has a reason. Therefore, you are here for some reason. Maybe. And if you haven't returned, you must be needed here. Well, I can't rule out that interpretation. Hey, time to pack your stuff. The camp leader's voice sounded from afar. Hear that? I don't have much to pack. Hang on. Okay. But I do, so meet you near the bus. Would you like me to help? Thanks, but there's no need. Lena smiled and ran off toward her cabin. I remained sitting on the bench trying to cope with the shock. My thoughts were still in chaos, one theory replacing another. On one hand, me being unable to get out of this camp isn't all that odd, compared to me finding myself here in the first place, but what now? What am I supposed to do? Is there any chance that I can leave camp if I try again? Anyway, what's the point in me being nervous? By now, I know perfectly well that absolutely nothing is up to me. Excuse me. Maybe I just have to sit back and enjoy the ride. I couldn't help smiling, especially now when I have an additional reason not to be in any hurry to leave. And that reason is Lena. Maybe she's right and I am here for some reason. In the end, even if I can narrow down the possible explanations for my situation to a reasonable minimum, there would still be 1,001. And if I kept exhausting myself analyzing them, I'll just go mad. Maybe it's time I make a choice. Maybe this world is not so bad after all, especially since for the first time in a long time, I have something to live for. It's still a vague something, but still I have it. It exists. And now I have the power not to simply hold it, but to develop it into something bigger. With such thoughts, I had stood up and started walking to Olga's cabin in order to pack my humble belongings and leave the Savyanak pioneer camp forever. Man, I've been reading that wrong the whole time. One might think it's strange. I don't want to read this out loud. Yep. Yeah, I can't read this out. This is a lot. These are walls of text, guys. And I don't like walls of text. So I guess I'm back home or something, maybe? Lena returned to her normal life. Uh-huh. Nothing special about the town. One big factory. Looks like a fun place that Lena lives. Wait, what did that last line say? Hostel. Was also given a room in a hostel. What's a hostel? Read? I can't read this, guys. It's a lot for me. Whole shift. We're amazed at your talent. Yeah, I don't like walls of text, guys. As I said this before, to anyone who wants to make a visual novel, don't include walls of text, alright? They are not fun to read in the slightest. Like a small hotel for Trav. Yeah, I know. Silly. Wife's persistence. Protested. Like, look at all this. Time passed and the country started to change. Avalanche in the mountains. You can prepare all you like. Oh. Kopeka is a Russian car. Very cheap and old. I see. Walls of text are great. Not to me. Not to me they are. Krushkovka is a low-cost concrete paneled 3 to 5 story building developed in the USSR during the reign of Nikita Khrushchev. Wow, I'm saying a lot of this wrong, probably. Mink fur coats. Construction. We're just talking about life, I guess. I guess Lena and me got married or something? Betting places that weren't possible in the Soviet area popped up all over. Huh. Did I not go back to my time? Oh my god, this is taking forever. Time passed slowly. Lena was staying home with the baby. Doom 2. Oh. Was there a Doom 2 in real life? I don't even know. I don't know the Doom series that well. I know there's a Doom game coming out to the Switch. I stayed in the past. Oh, I see. I bet that's kind of annoying though. Like, we have to relive the oh no, we're our age regressed as well, so now we know. I wonder what time, like, my character was born. Oh my god! Drawer designated for holding your works was full. Published short stories. Like, if it showed pictures and stuff, like, I could be more interested, but I'm not interested, guys. He has a second baby. A year later, the novel was completed. Your level is average, young man. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't care. I don't care, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't care. What are you thinking about? This is good. Aw, look at this. Oh my gosh. I have eyes. Guys, I have eyes. I opened my eyes and saw Lena. She put a cup of tea on my table near the armchair. Firewood was gently cracking in fireplace, and a snowstorm was roaring outside. Oh, this music! I wrapped myself in a plaid blanket and looked at Lena. Do you know what day it is? No, what day? Do you remember what I told you back there in the camp? No. No wonder. During all these years, I'd never brought up the topic of my mysterious arrival in this world. Do you remember how I told you that I'm not from this world? Lena paused. Well, something like that, yes. So today is the day when many years ago I got on the 410 bus and woke up at that pioneer camp. So it's an anniversary. Lena smiled. Yes, sort of. Is it a sad celebration for you? No, not at all. And I remember almost nothing about that time. Maybe that's for the best. I added some firewood to the fire and took the mug from the table. Maybe I'll write a novel. You will read it and remember. Do you think that's a good idea? Lena's expression became serious. Indeed, I once promised myself that I would never write about it. Maybe it's not. After all, everything that happened to us, that happened is just for us. That's exactly what I think. I sighed and looked at the fire. You know, life is like a candle. Someone's got a short one, someone's got a long one, and it can burn out any moment. Then our life is like this fireplace. Yes, perhaps. I looked at her and smiled. I'll sleep for a while longer. Lena kissed me and fixed her gaze on the fire in a dreamy manner. My eyes closed and my whole body and my whole reality compressed itself down to the crackling of the firewood. I started falling slowly somewhere far away. No, it was not a dream. More like a warm ether, gently enveloping my entire existence. Aww. Ain't that sweet? Achieving the dream, or living the dream. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, contents, key points, and a prologue and an epilogue. There is no book which, if you read it again, would not reveal new details if you didn't notice before. Every story has its beginning and its end. Almost every tomb. Yay! Now Lena's story is halfway done. Sorry guys for not reading all the chat rooms, but not all the chat rooms, all the walls of text, but I'm just not invested in this character that much. She's alright, but, you know. So far, the Miku and Ulyana routes are my favorite. Who knows, maybe Alyssa will get better. Maybe Alyssa is the best one. Still, Lena's nice. Lena's alright. Lena's kind of crazy, but yeah, it's all good. Guys, what if the bad ending is actually like the good ending? Like, what if the bad ending has the best stuff in it? Who kept waiting and believing, and yeah, we're waiting right now. Ready? End. Here we are. Yay! We're happily married. We have 2 kids. I have a lot of novels. She's working somewhere. I don't know. But we did it. High five, guys. Uh-oh. Wait. Are we still good? I thought I heard a noise. Alright, we're still good. Alright, let's do it again. Hey, Miku. Hey, Slavia. Hey, Xenia. Hey, Lena. Hey, Alyssa. I am going to not interfere this time. I decided that whatever happens, it doesn't concern me. But on the other hand, how can I remain indifferent? Am I a real man? What are you doing? I ran over to the fallen girl and tried to figure out if she was alive or not. Day 7. Stuff happens. Shaking. We were left behind. Smile, angry, smile, happy, smile, whatever. Day whatever. Oh no. Wait, guys, how do I get the bad end? Did I mess up, guys? Alright, cheat sheet time. I obviously messed up the bad end. I obviously messed up the bad end. So, Miku's root. How do I do this? How do I do the, how do I get the bad ending, guys? Fiddlesticks. I have to get more than 6 points, but less than 9. Well, let me try and do this. More than 6 points. Okay, guess new game. Time to fast forward. Time to play the whole game, guys. We're gonna play the whole game. Do 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 do. Beep 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 boop beep. Let's see. Let me see how many points I can get before day like this. 1, 2. Like, what can I do and what can I not do? Maybe I can bet with Alyssa and get a minus point. 1, 2. Then 2 again. 3, 4. And then 5, and then 6. Alright, I'm gonna bet with Alyssa. That's what I'm gonna do, alright? Do not reply. I don't care about you, girly. Do 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 boo ba doo ba doo ba doo do 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 nothing. Do not take the cutlet. Leave the keys. Praise the book. Here we go, guys. Do. Oh. Do. Boo. Line up. Oh, this. Oh, I can't go to the forest. Aww. Aww. Deus F is Deus leave or something. It's okay, don't worry. Nothing's happening here, really. Oh, is this new dialogue? There was almost nobody inside. Apparently most pioneers had lunch already. I don't care at this point, guys, sorry. Focus was soon disturbed. Olyana, I'll choke the life out of you one day.
Catch me if you can.
She stuck her tongue out.
You tried once and couldn't.
Alright, then I'll ambush you somewhere.
That's not fair.
Look who's talking, Miss Fairplay. I grinned.
Okay, you wait. I'll get some food and come back. We'll eat later.
I could do without such company. Better hurry with my lunch. Catch Olyana, roast beef, royal feast. Where'd you get that?
Gotta know places.
Uh-huh. Olga finds out.
I'm not stealing.
She flared up. That's what you're gonna tell her. She'll believe you.
How would you know?
That depends on many things.
Like what?
Sorry guys, we've seen Olyana's route already. We know. We did it. Skip. Oh. Uh-oh. What's going on?
You.
Interesting. Skip. Music club. Oh god. Hey Miku, what's up? Hey, Clubhouse. These two nerds. I mean, friendly people. Did it? No, I didn't want to get the cards with Slavia. Gosh darn it. Alright, here, bet with Alyssa. Yes. I may regret it 100 times. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win, yeah, all fair, no cheating. Alyssa turned and went up the stairs. Inside the canteen. Alright, I think I'm good. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to. Since she decided to anyway. I let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. He put pepper in her thing? Oh, okay. That's why she was freaking out. Ah, see, I got revenge on her at the last moment. Inside, everything was ready. Uh-huh. Fast forward. Fast forward. Skip. Lose against Lena. Aw, I lost. What a shame. Head to this place. Now we can get a little thing of her. Oh no, I skipped it? Guys, this is hard. If I lose the tournament against Lena, you didn't bet with Alyssa, so I guess it doesn't matter? Alright, let's keep going. I promise Lena. Okay, I'll come. This would be a minus, so that's not good. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Woo! I don't think it matters what I do here. So we'll do this one, I guess. They're robotics. Run away, I guess? I don't think it matters. Run away. Have a meeting with Slavia. We get to dance with Lena, hopefully. Yep, here we are. This is it. We're doing it, guys. We're doing this. Olga tucked my head off, and then I forgot it. I had to say something to get away from the upper topic. It's dark here. Are you afraid? Not really. Alright, day 4. Knock, 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 knock. This is the day when Sherrick is missing, right? Does it matter what I do here? Day 4. I think I look gorgeous. Boathouse. Skip. Alyssa. I wanted to get even with you. Meaning, you lost the bet. Just wanted to show the camp leader how you're stalking me. Tch. Very funny. Screw you. Bus stop. Or no, was it here that I need to go to? Shoot. Bus stop, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Don't. We go anyway, it doesn't matter. Here we go. I look good. You look gorgeous in it. Overdose of stolen candies. Ask about the bundle. Do not. Eat the apple, because apples are good. Okay, guys, if you find an apple, you eat it. And go with Lena again. Woo! We get to go to the dark place again. Love it. Alright, go left. Go left. Mining stuff, go left. Go left. Go left. Go left. We made it. We found it. Oh, God. Let's see. Tell her that you went alone. I went alone.
I don't believe you.
Alright, guys, I think I got it. Ah! God. I don't think these matter. I'll just go to all of them. Wait, what? No, skip. Hi, Pioneer, how you doing? Well, not a problem. Come on, you sick? Well, I got my feet a bit. Feel a bit my feet. I'm sick. I don't know. I don't care. Skip. Whoa. Hello. Nothing. Don't be afraid, Pioneer. You'll take it, and it will be alright. And this pill? Why does it look like that? That's for patients who refuse to take medicines morally. We screw them in with a screwdriver then. Hang on. Let me get my chat room back on. Guys, what's your opinion of this right now? Give me your opinions. I didn't dare to ask where they were being screwed in, actually. And now try to bear it a bit. She took a big pack of cotton wool, wrapped a bud, and applied plenty of Indine in it. I braced myself for the torments of hell. I moaned quietly, but my trust in this method of disinfection was much higher than in that odd pill, so I had to withstand the burning. Oh my gosh, guys, what the heck? Yeah, so much skip. Sorry about that. But we saw all these already, except that scene, of course. I said goodbye, how problems were solved, time to eat, skip ahead. Go with Lena. Right. Then we go on the little hike. I don't think I tried my best. We're trying to get Lena's route. Gosh darn it. More of this. Library. Alyssa. I got the book. I got your book, Lena. Ouch! Infirmary. Alright, here we go, guys. This is it. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the Olga, or not Olga, the bad ending? Try to find out. This is it. We did it. Victory, guys. Victory! Victory, I think, maybe. I don't know. Slam. Clubhouse. Remember? Clubhouse? What do you think, guys? What do you think the ending is gonna be like? The bad ending? Do not interfere. I decided that whatever happens, it didn't concern me. Day 7. Please say I did it wrong. Please. It was close to 10 p.m. Well, it's probably time to get up. I gave Lena a gentle nudge on the shoulder. She opened her eyes. Good morning. Well, evening, in fact. Hi. She smiled tenderly. Time to get up, sleepyhead. Are you in a hurry? Well, no, but we're completely alone together in this camp. So what? She took a good look at me. Well, nothing. When will Olga return? Is it that important to you? Victory? Yeah, victory! We won! We beat it! She got a heavy look on her face. Well, without food, we're going to die here. I laughed. Ho, 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 ho. You're free to leave then. Oh, angry. She looked away, toward the wall. But how can I leave? On the bus, of course. There are no buses here. Opa, I'm here? Yeah, he's here. Deus is still here. Somehow. You're here. Frankly, I don't know. I told Olga that I had some matters to urgently resolve here with you and we'd come later. What? I felt like I'd been struck by a lightning. By a lightning, guys. Oh, I'm dying. I didn't know what I should be more surprised about. The fact that there are buses passing here, or by the fact that the camp leader agreed to leave 2 pioneers behind in an empty camp just like that. What I said. You mean that we can leave? Go on, no one's holding you. She said all that while sitting utterly still, in fact so still that her words gave me grave cold chills. Okay, I'm sorry that I reacted that way. It's just everything that's happened today has been a total surprise for me. You didn't look too surprised a few hours ago. I probably said something wrong. Completely wrong. Well, don't get offended. We won't be staying here to the end of times, right? If there's a way to leave? Lena didn't say anything. I looked at her back and tried to understand what she is thinking. Fine. She explained cheerfully after a pause, then jumped off the bed and started to dress quickly. Come on, pack your stuff. Meet me at the square in 10 minutes. Lena leaned over and gave me a passionate kiss. All right. I stepped out of her cabin and ran to the camp leader's cabin. Frankly speaking, I had almost nothing to pack. I tossed my winter clothes into a bag. Vavremya? What does that mean? 15 minutes had passed already, but Lena still wasn't here. I justified it with the fact that she had lots of stuff to pack in. Accordingly, she needs much more time to get ready. Oh, you guys are speaking in your language. I gotcha. However, she didn't even come in half an hour, and I started to suspect something. My legs ushered me to her cabin before I realized it. I flung the door open and saw Lena lying on the bed. Uh-huh. Oh. Everything was soaked with blood. The bed sheets, the blanket, the floor was wet with blood, and I could see a huge slit on Lena's forearm. Oh my gosh. I ran to her and started shaking her by the shoulders. Lena, why? She was still cautious. Hi, Semyon. A weak smile froze on her lips. Hang on. Hey, you pass out. I'll think of something right now. Listen, everything's going to be fine. You're not going to die. Of course I didn't believe it myself. Lena had slit her veins from her elbow all the way down to her wrist. The autopsy showed that the patient died from the autopsy. Well, that's a new autopsy. Oh, Lena, though. Lena, why? But a deep cut, and given all the time I've spent waiting for her at the square, she's bled a lot. Probably even an ambulance wouldn't do anything by now. And here in the empty camp, away from the world, Lena had 0 chance of survival. How stupid can you be? I embraced and held her tightly. Tears were running down my cheeks, disappearing in her hair. I never cried so hard in my entire life. Fool, why did you have to cut down the road? Everyone else does it across the street and you cut down the road. Sorry, it happened as it did, she muttered faintly. But why? Why? I'm tired. So tired. Lena went silent. I looked straight into her eyes. She was still conscious, but the last flicker of life was quickly dying in her. I'm so tired of it all. Wearing a mask, suffering. I just wanted to be with you, but you've left me too. I never went anywhere. Here I am. Why? What have you done? I'm sorry. I was choked with tears, unable to say anything. I'm sorry. I'll be seeing you later. I embraced her even tighter. Lena's breath was getting weaker, and soon enough it stopped forever. Horror-struck, I jumped away from the bed. My eyes went dark, my heart was beating wildly, and I spotted a blood-stained knife lying on the floor. A moment later, I was holding it in my hands. The blade halted a hair's breadth away from my wrist. But why? How would that help? I sat there completely freaked out and just stared at Lena. No, you aren't dead! I exploded with hysterical laughter. Come on, sleepyhead, it's time to wake up! I said softly and shook her by the shoulders, but Lena didn't wake up. What have I done? I jumped out of that cabin in horror and ran like mad. I don't know how much time passed, but I finally wore myself out and collapsed on the ground. Hostile silence was all around me, and only the stars looked down on me in quiet rebuke. They were the same stars that Lena admired yesterday, yet another crying spell tore me apart. Why? Why did she do it? Because I left her? Where had I gone? I never left her and wasn't going to. Only at this moment did I realize that she was truly important to me. I realized that despite all her quirks, everything that happened today, everything that happened during this short period of our acquaintance, she suddenly became the most precious thing in my life. And I instantly forgot about her feelings, as soon as I heard about that damn bus. Indeed, it can't justify her act, but how could I have stopped thinking of her at all? I lay there for a long time watching the stars. The trees were peacefully swaying in the gentle night breeze above my head. The trees didn't give a damn about what was happening to me. The landscape seemed familiar. Suppressing my tears, I headed back toward the camp. Everything here seemed to be the same as yesterday, as a few days ago. The square, Ginda's memorial, the cabin of the pioneers, Lena's cabin. I was all torn up inside. It felt like the pain would tear my body into millions of little pieces any moment now. I fell to my knees and began punching the ground until my fists were completely stained with blood. If only I'd realized just a bit earlier, just for a moment earlier. I'm not asking for more. She was so... Even the slightest of hints was enough for her. Only at this moment did I realize that Lena had died, and a part of me had died with her. Probably the part of me that I would call the best. I came to my senses after a while, standing in her cabin. Aww. The blood had dried up already, and moonlight was no longer reflecting in it. I went to her bed and sat down next to Lena's body. I was terribly afraid to be here, but I felt like I had to tell her something. I'm sorry, I started. It's far too late, of course, but if you can hear me out there somewhere, just remember, please, I will love you forever, for the rest of my life. And that was the plain truth. I'm sorry that I ignored your feelings. Excuse me. I'm sorry that I always thought only about myself. I'm sorry for everything. It was me who should have died, not you. I covered her body with a blanket and slowly left the cabin. Oh, is this how it ends? I regained consciousness at the bus stop. So, running away, scumbag, I muttered darkly to myself. I couldn't stand to stay a single minute longer in this camp. Lena will never come back. I can't justify what I have done. I'll just wait for the bus that will take me away from here. I didn't give the slightest damn about what was going to happen to me tomorrow or in an hour. I don't care about answers. I don't care about how I got here. Soon enough, I saw a glimmer of dim light in the distance. Somehow I wasn't surprised at all. In a minute, I was sitting in an empty number 410 bus and was looking into the dark of the night through a weather-beaten window. My mind was blank. Everything that makes us human, feelings, emotions, aspirations, suffering, I left it all back there in that pioneer camp. Now all I have is this night and the empty bus. There is no more future, no more present. If I died tomorrow, that would only mean that yet another human body had ceased to exist. The real me died there a few hours ago. Aww. I don't know how much time passed, but the fatigue overtook me. I wasn't going to fight. It had made absolutely no difference whether I'm sleeping or awake. I could barely hold my eyes open, and soon enough I passed out. Well, shoot, guys. That's a sad ending. Day ... Maybe this'll end good, in a way. Like, it may end with, like, oh, I've learned from my mistakes and I'll live on for her. There are moments when reality becomes unimportant, insignificant, unworthy of attention. There are moments when your spiritual torment overshadows everything else. Even if the world ended, you would not notice. If a knife were to pierce you, you would not notice. Even boiling for eternity in the cauldrons of hell would... Simon's a retard, of course. There would be a tourniquet and carry it on the bus. He ran. Yeah, he's a little silly. He's kind of an idiot. After all, there are problems more than that. Uh-huh. When I opened my eyes, I realized that something is wrong. It took a while for clarity of thought to return. Finally, I realized that I'm not in a bus, but in my old apartment. Well, that was to be expected, as if I'd spend a whole week preparing for an exam and, in the last minute, had spectacularly failed, and the moment of this failure was my return to the real world. However, now it didn't seem any more real to me than that Savianok pioneer camp. No wonder reality is what you can hear, feel, touch, and taste. And all that was really there. That world was real to the smallest detail. Sometimes it seemed more like it was my past life that was a fiction. And now I have to remember how to exist there. Though why? I felt like a man who had been thrown out of the car at full speed without even noticing it, and was left lying on the roadside with broken arms and legs while the car disappeared into the night, taking with it the last traces of hope. Lena, her image surfaced in my fevered brain so clearly that I wanted to cry unbearably. No, I wanted to shout, tearing out clumps of hair, smashing my fists on the wall while making inhuman screams. However, my soul was empty. I tried in vain to find at least the echoes of pain, guilt, or pity for her, but nothing came. I was lying here and staring at the ceiling. I was not at all interested in how and why I came back. After all, who cares about the process of selling your soul to the devil and all the legal formalities of the contract, signatures? Suicide is not exit. Yes, it's not good. Don't ever do that. Stamps and seals? What is more important? What is more important is the result. And this is the result I got. No, it's not that I was sent back to reality. If I had gotten to the destination on that bus, it would hardly have changed anything for me. In this case, the result is what happened to Lena, and the reason is my actions. I was absolutely sure about that. After all, she could not just do that for no reason. No, Lena is not like that. So it's all my fault. It is hard to live knowing that you were the reason for someone else's death. As if I had personally held the knife, calmly and carefully slit open her wrist and watched her die, and then just ran away. Of course I couldn't do anything in that situation, but I still felt that I'd behave like a coward. No, even worse. Although, does it really matter what the best definition of my actions is? I cursed myself for remaining so calm while thinking about this situation. After all, I should be mourning Lena and blaming myself. But now nothing is up to me. If I was not able to back then, I started shivering, my body was trembling, and it was getting hard to breathe. Self-preservation instincts overtook guilt for a while, and I staggered to the kitchen to drink a sedative. They can always be found in the cupboard of every antisocial person like me. Once I had taken half of the tablets that were in the packet, I returned to the room and turned on the computer. Remaining in silence was unbearable. I played the first random song and soon realized that it was probably the most depressing piece of music I had on my hard drive. Good for me. However, I didn't want to turn it off. The background noise helped dampen my thoughts. I had to decide what to do with my life next. I was sure about one thing. Everything that happened in the camp, my appearance in it, my unexpected return, I did not care about any of it. And not just that, I didn't care about the context or the reasons for those events either. The only thing that mattered was Lena. I horribly stumbled over the word was. Indeed, she's gone. Of course, it's possible that it was just a dream and she never existed in the first place. But then again, our real world could just be someone's raving delusions as well. Why not? If people suffer from losing their loved ones here, why should I think of Lena's death there just as a result of my sick imagination? I saw it all with my own eyes. I felt the shock, fear, and fright. Damn it. For me, it's not that it was reality. It still is reality. Is and will be. And I'm sure I'm not daydreaming. Though it would be better if I dreamt that. The dreadful howl of guitars boomed from the speakers. It sounded like a requiem for me. And now I have to live with this sense of guilt. No, I won't take it. My mind wasn't exactly a paragon of stability, but not even a man with a stable mind could withstand shocks like this. And I already feel like that I'm going mad. I try to suppress all these thoughts. No, not to forget, just to give myself some rest. Just for a minute, but it didn't work. Pain racked my body again and again. I was already starting to feel it physically. However, physical pain is always weaker than mental. I fell to the floor, clasped my knees, and began rocking back and forth in a fetal position. Blood pounded in my head so heavily that it felt like my skull could shatter any moment now. It hit a table leg, and a little candle rolled out from under a pile of papers. A little one, 20 centimeters long. It was bent at an almost 90-degree angle, but still retained its shape. The wick protruded from one end. Oh, man. F. I searched for a lighter and lit up the candle. Let it be the memory. Let it be in the memory of Lena. Maybe in another world she is feeling better than... Better than? I sat on the floor and watched as the wax slowly dripped onto my fingers. I felt no pain at all. Probably my nervous system was so exhausted that it was unable to transmit the pain of impulses to my brain. What did it say? Did I read that right? To my brain. The fire calmed me a little. I just watched the flame and did not think about anything. Finally, at least some peace of mind. Yeah. The candle was halfway done. Suddenly, I imagined that my life is this very candle. Not just mine, any person's life. All that we have been given from above in its full length. But anything can happen. The wind may blow, the holding hands may tremble, or the wick may burn out, as a life will end before it should have. But after all, each candle can be different, such as this one, 9 cents. One twice as thick, 20, and huge ones as thick as the handle of a shovel, 185. I wonder, did Lena's candle burn out ahead of its time, or was it just smaller than the other ones? Though I doubt there can be one smaller than mine. I rotated the candle in my hands. How interesting is that? I can blow out the flame any moment, and that's it. But in the meantime, life is not wax. You can't combine 2 small candles to make one of medium size. I bet you could if you tried hard enough. I would love to give the remains of mine to Lena, to anyone who needs it more than I do. Why would I need it? I do not feel pain from the heated wax. Its flame does not give me any warmth, and hardly illuminates the room. To put it bluntly, a waste of rope, wax, and oxygen. How sad. I blew out the candle. This action evoked absolutely no emotions in me. I slowly stood up and headed to the bathroom. Uh-huh. And I took a lovely shower. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Cut down the road, not across the street. Everyone else cuts across, but you're going right down the image of Lena appeared before my eyes. She was smiling. We'll definitely meet again. I'm so sorry. Warm water, shadows, and dying dreams have finally brought me some peace. It really might be that I never actually went to that camp, or that I never actually came back. But does it really matter now? I almost physically felt Lena's embrace. Everything will be alright. We'll catch the bus together and ride it to the place where nobody will find us, where we'll be happy together. My strength left me, and I started to sink into the water that was already spilling over the edge of the tub. We will surely meet. Forgive me. Nope. That's not a good ending. That's definitely a bad ending. It's down the road, not across the street. Every story has its beginning and its end. Yeah, I know. Almost every. Good Lord, guys. Good freaking Lord. No, not this image again. Well, there you go. What a great image that is, huh? Isn't that awesome? Wow, I do not want to end on this note. No way. 41p? I don't know what that means. Or 410. Oh, music. That's the best way to destroy your voice, by the way. Is this heavy metal? Would one call this heavy metal or normal metal? Ugh, what a horrible image this is. Thank you and goodbye for now. Yep, bye-bye. End quickly, please. Get us off of this image. Not a good image. Not good. Let's cover this up. And the end. Goodbye. Good night. Okay, got it. And there you go, guys. Alright. Now, let's do one more. I don't know how much of this I'll do, but we are now on Alyssa's story. Let me find it. Here it is. So, there's a lot of things to do here. Here we go. I was having that dream once again. I'll come with you. Why not? Let's go. Do not reply. Wait, guys, for old time's sake, I don't know if this will be the last time. Hey, Slavia, what's up? How you doing? What are you standing around for? Let's go. Slavia snapped me out of my daydreaming. And stop teasing Lena already. You guys ready for it? You guys ready for it? You guys ready for it? Woo! Rena? Why is this here, guys? Can someone answer me this? This is a Higurashi When They Cry reference, I'm pretty sure. But why? Just why? Do nothing. Alyssa ran past, stopped for a moment, and growled. But But that doesn't matter, because we're not going to do that. So we're going to bet with Alyssa this time, again.
See, I don't have it.
Take the keys, because why the heck not? Hey, Lena. We're going to keep silent, though. Sorry. Oh. Names sound similar? They are similar. Oh. Lena and Rena. Okay. I guess I understand. I guess I understand. Click, 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 clubhouse. Can't go anywhere else. Look for secret scenes or whatever. Infirmary. Hello. So here we go. This is it, guys. This is the toughest part of the whole game. Well, not this. Bet with Alyssa. And I have to win the tournament. Bet with Alyssa. Skip the tutorial. And we are going to save... right here. This was meant for Alyssa the whole time, guys. Didn't see that coming, huh? Anyway, let's do this. Play the tournament. Get ready for pain and suffering. I'm just gonna do random things, alright? I'm just gonna mess around. I'll take that one. No, I'll take that one. No, I'll take that one. I win! We won! Or I won. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. And I won! Nope. Gosh darn it. Fail. Cool. Alright, let's try again. No. Load game. I don't know if this was obvious, guys, but I don't like card games that much. Play the tournament. Alright, we have 2 8s here, so I guess we should keep the 8s or whatever. There we go. So simple game. I don't know how to play. I don't know card games, guys. Doesn't matter how simple it is. It doesn't matter if it's 10 times more simple than this. I don't like card games. They're hard. I don't get them. I win. Nope, no I didn't. Here, have... No, I need the 8 though. I'm getting that 8 back. I don't care what anyone says. Yay, got the 8 back. Like, what's the objective? What do I need to do? What's the point, you know? No, I needed that. Collect a pair of cards. I have it. Yeah, here we go. See, 5588. There we go. I did it. I'm gonna save here now. Back. But I have a bet with Alyssa. Meanwhile, Electronic proudly announced the first round is over. Yep. So now we gotta fight Ulyana, who cheats, kinda. Whoops, I did that wrong. I did that very wrong. Yep, cool. Cool game. I love it. I love it. I love card games. The greater the number on the paired cards, the better. Alright. Oh, let's try again. Love card games. I'm glad this was included. Queen. nothing matches. Let's see if we can find a Jack. Here, get rid of the 4, I guess. King. I won. I got a king. Yay! I won. Oh, no, no, stop. Why did you do that? Why did the timer go fast? Ah, frustrating, guys. Very frustrating. Let's get rid of the 3. Win! No, stop. Stop, stop, stop. I'm expecting that you'll keep your promise. Save game. Day 2. Done. Okay, let's roll. So if I win this one, then that's it. I've won. I got it. I'm the wiener. Yeah, you take that 6. No, give me this one. 7. 7. Trade with 9, I guess. Then 9. Trade with that one. Then I want this one. No, that's tricky. I want that one. No, 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 no. Yay, I won. No, I didn't. Oh, that's a 2. Oh, that's not good. Ha ha ha, I got your 2 back. Don't get this one, guys. That's a bad one. Whoa, get back here. That's another 2. Oh, I won. Yay! Hooray! I won. That'll let Alyssa know who rules the roost here. So was that the right thing I did? Have I spent the evening with Alyssa? Oh, if you win the tournament after having a bet, unlock a scene with Alyssa. Okay. I'm gonna save here, because yeah, I'll save here. Save game. Woo! Go to the beach? What if I don't want to go to the beach? I'm not gonna go to the beach. I'll go to the beach, don't worry. Now the only thing left is to hope that she will not spread that false gossip because of her loss. Suddenly, I got a desire to celebrate my own victory and have a dip at the beach. To tell the truth, I do not really know how to swim, but the possibility of diving into the water, the cool water under the moonlight, seemed attractive. Oh, I had to go to the beach, Kurosawa, anyway. After all, I spent the whole of yesterday in my winter clothes, and surely you could nicely wring the sweat out of me. In the evening, no one should be here, so I took off all my clothes except my underpants and entered the water. If only I knew, I would have taken my swimming trunks along. Usually it was enough for me to swim 15 to 20 meters, but this time the euphoria of my victory spurred me on to break this record. I swam slowly and tactfully, watching every movement of my arms and legs and keeping my breath steady. All of a sudden, wham! A strike on my back sent me underwater. I started to drown but managed to force myself to jump out and grab the nearby buoy. Oh dear. What a nice scene this is. I turned and saw Alyssa swimming after me. What the hell are you doing? What am I doing? Hailing the winner. And what if I started drowning? Well, I'd save you. Of course. It was just too dangerous to stay here. She could easily sink me again. I gathered all my strength and swam to the shore. I slowly started to catch my breath. Beach sand stuck to my body from head to toe. After some time, Alyssa came out of the water. You know, you swim well. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you too. Well, wasn't that obvious? I said nothing. You won twice against me today. That means I will forget 2 of your debts. What kind of debts is she talking about? Looks like Alyssa has a problem with evaluating reality. Thanks a lot, I said sarcastically. You know, you're not much of a loser as I thought. Whoa. Look at this pan. Alyssa was wearing a swimsuit that perfectly emphasized the beauty of her figure. Well, taking into account all the flaws in her personality, at least this advantage of hers couldn't be taken away. Since when did I become a loser? She smiled cunningly. What's wrong? Aren't you one? Of course not. And how will you prove it? I don't have to prove anything. Oh, so is that it? She said without any anger. Yes, that's it. The silence was expected. A light wind gently played with the waves, sending them to the shore and taking them back after. Alyssa was still looking at me as if it seemed she'd completely forgot about my presence. Hey, Earth to Alyssa! Her lost look immediately switched back to her normal one. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She picked up her clothes lying nearby and left. It was late, but I decided to spend a little bit more time lying on my back and stargazing. After all, I didn't have that many opportunities for that before, or I simply tried to avoid every opportunity. Well, if we think about it, the light from faraway stars reached us only after millions of years. Right now I can see the star because it was shining back then, long in the past. And now the star is gone, already exploded. Wait a minute, she took my clothes too! Aw, what a cheeky girl. I got up and looked around the beach. No doubt about it, Alyssa took my pioneer uniform. Damn it! And I was just starting to think that maybe she's not so spoiled. I need to come up with an idea all quickly. Certainly I could go and complain to Olga, but not in my wet underpants. I didn't know which cabin Alyssa lives in either, and knocking on every door is certainly not a good idea. Maybe I should go to Slavia. Yes, of course, at night wearing my underpants. The only thing missing is a rose in my teeth. Overall, it looks like I am screwed. In any case, I have to do something. I was lucky not so much time has passed since she left, so I could still catch up with Alyssa. Hurry up! In the blink of an eye, I found myself at the square. To my great surprise, Alyssa was sitting on the bench, apparently bored. She had already changed. Give them back. Yeah, sure, take 'em, she muttered with a guilty tone and handed back my uniform. Don't think I was waiting for you on purpose or anything like that. Alyssa turned her back and set off toward the cabins at easy pace. I was left standing riveted to the spot. I didn't expect such a twist. But guilt did its job, perhaps. Fat chance. Anyway, it's better to keep away from her, and recent events do not change a thing. I headed to Olga's cabin. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired I was. I was so tired, I just skipped everything. Let me save the game really quick. There we go. Fine, wait a minute. Hi, Xenia. You know, Olga asked me to help. Sorry, Lena. You'll have to be freaky some other time. This is it. I should go take a look. Now the guitar fun will happen. Yes. We did see this already, though. Sorry. Okay. I'll come. Okay. I'll come. Between shame at the dinner party and mad guitar skills, I'd rather pick the latter. Good boy. She smiled strangely. Excuse me. I was just wondering if the decision I made was the right one. Calling the pioneers to lunch, I had my arrangements with Alyssa.
He'll come. He got nowhere to go.
Yeah. Run away. I'm out of here. Oh no, I wanted to run away. Gosh darn it. Fine, we get to spend with Ulyana. Uh-huh. I'm going to see Alyssa instead of the dance, so it's time then. A few minutes later, I approached the stage. Maybe it was a bad idea to accept her offer. Just talking to Dvezhla means danger. On the other hand, I wasn't eager to go to the dance. What can I do there? I'd only disgrace myself. No, I'm better off listening to Alyssa play the guitar. Coming closer, I saw a person sitting on the edge of the stage, with her legs dangling. So you came after all. Alyssa put the guitar aside and jumped to the ground. There was even a trace of joy on your face for a moment. Playing for someone is surely more interesting than being alone. As you can see, what are we going to do? What do you mean, what? I'm asking you. Well, you wanted... I got a sudden idea that the situation... is one of her usual pranks, so I should never have expected to hear any guitar songs. I'm going to bed. Bye! I turned around and waved a hand intentionally slowly. Hey! Alyssa grabbed my sleeve. What? Don't you want to listen? Listen to what? You yourself don't know what you're going to do. Of course I know! She took the guitar and hit the strings with a plectrum a couple of times. Sit next to me. Aw, ain't this a nice thing? You know what, guys? We're gonna do Alyssa's route tomorrow. I've also made a decision, guys. I'm going to... This series will end on the 14th. Today's the 12th, so I have 2 days. 3 days. No, 2 days to finish this game once and for all. It's been a fun ride. Tomorrow will be the Alyssa route, the ending of it. Then after that will be the final route. It's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be awesome. So I hope you guys can join me. Main menu. So, yeah, I hope you guys have had fun so far. Miku, look at this. 4 endings to go. It's been a long road. Let's check out the gallery. Let's see how close we are. There's one more here. I forgot Miku route. Yeah, I know. I have a question for you though, Kurisoro. Is the Miku route, the one you're talking about, a fan game? Or a fan-like version? Was it fan-made or whatever? Because I looked up the true Miku route and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, this is it right here with the creepy things. Where is it then? Where can I find it? You gotta tell me where I can find it or I can't even play it. Oh, I'm missing a lot of things here, actually. There's a lot of things here I'm missing. Bunch of this. Bunch of all of this. Oh yeah. Steam Workshop. So it is a fan-made game. Show me the link, Kurisoro. Link it to me. They removed it. Well, how can I play it then? If they removed it, I can't even play it. Oh, isn't this sweet? Aren't these nice images? I love them. And fans in Soviet games finished it. You gotta... Is there a link to it? Is there a link that can get me to play it? Yes or no? If the answer is no, then I probably won't play it. If it's yes, then who knows? Check out the backgrounds. Oh, we're missing one. We're missing one here. All that. We're missing some images here. Missing some here. All of these are done, that's good. Oh, missing one there. And we're not missing too many, guys. Sprite. Wonder if we can see, like, zombie Juliana. Nope. Music. Always ready. Oh, Blow at the Fires. That's the main menu music. Confession. Did it. Door to Nightmare. Drown. I like music, guys. I'm gonna check out the music really quick. Just don't mind me. Eternal Longing. Everlasting Summer. Is this the main music? Yep, it is.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Awesome music, guys. Probably my favorites. Oh, I love it. Faceless. Now, where's that, like, intense, scary music? Not there. Oh, we're missing one. We're missing one. Heather. Don't know who Heather is.
I want to play.
Oh, let's be friends. Remember that? That's my, That's one of the peoples in my chat that comes around. Lightness. Meet me there. Memories. Miku song. My daily life. Where's the scary music, though? No trespassing. That's scary music. Aw, I love it. Not that. Scary Tale, maybe? Yep, this is it.